Dear student, today in Biodiversity and its Conservation Part 2, we shall discuss about the importance of biodiversity related to global and India and the biogeographical regions of India. Biodiversity is the variety of life on earth. That is, it is the number of different species of flora and fauna, including the microorganisms. These organisms can inhabit different ecosystems with varying conditions like the rainforests, coral reefs, grasslands, deserts, tundra, and polar ice caps. This variety, called the biodiversity, is essential for the well-being of a planet and sustenance of life as a whole. Ecologist Paul Ehrlich, whose image is given below, proposed the Rivet-Popper hypothesis for better understanding the laws of each species in the ecosystem. He compared each species of an ecosystem with rivets in the body of an aeroplane. Thousands of rivets species join all the parts of an aeroplane. That is considered as the ecosystem. If every passenger traveling in the aeroplane starts taking rivets home, which results in the loss of species, initially it may not affect the flight safety, proper functioning of the ecosystem. However, the plane becomes dangerously weak over a period of time when more and more rivets are removed. Moreover, which rivet is removed is also important. When the key rivets, like the removal of the keystone species on the wings of the aeroplane, are removed, undoubtedly it poses a serious threat to the flight safety. Thus, we understand the role of every species for the harmonious function of an ecosystem. Here you can see in the image the aeroplane with the wings and the rivets. The airplane is compared to the ecosystem, the rivets is compared to the species, the rivets on the rings are compared to the key species. The importance of biodiversity can be viewed and measured as ecosystem services, biological resources, social benefits of diversity. The organization and functioning of ecosystems world over is affected and dependent on biodiversity and its richness. The major functional attributes of biodiversity are continuity of nutrient cycles or biogeochemical cycles, like the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle, the water cycle, the phosphorus cycle, the sulfur cycles, etc. Number 2 is the soil formation, conditioning or maintenance of the soil health and its fertility by soil microbial diversity along with different trophic members. Number 3 increases the ecosystem productivity and provide food resources. Number 4 act as water traps, filters, water flow regulators and water purifiers in the forest cover and the vegetation. Climate stability. Forests are essential for rainfall, temperature regulation, carbon dioxide absorption, which in turn regulate the density and the type of the vegetation. Number 6 is the forest resource management and sustainable development. Number 7 is the maintaining balance between the biotic components. Number 8 is the cleaning up of pollutants. Microbes are the biggest degraders of molecules, including many anthropogenic ones, which are present in the effluents, sewage, garbage, and agrochemicals. Number 9 is the ecological stability. The varieties and richness of species contribute to ecological stability and survival of the species. Biodiverse regions are reservoirs of biological resources like food resources, gene pool, genetic resource, medicinal resources, and bioprospecting. Number 10, to provide unique aesthetic value and hotspots for ecotourism. Along with the forest resources and wildlife, it has commercial significance. Number 11 is an indicator of the health of the ecosystem. Endemism is the crucial indicator of richness. Here in this image, the importance of biodiversity is summed up. Genetic diversity protects freshwater resources, speed recovery from natural disasters, maintaining balance of the ecosystem, sustainability and growth, provision of food security, adaptation of different habitats, provision of biological resources, promotes soils formation and protection, maintains food chain in the nature. Now let us move on to the biogeographical regions of India. Classification. As per the international biome type of classification based upon the climate, fauna and flora and the soil conditions, India can be divided into 10 different biogeographical zones. Let us discuss each zone one by one. You can see the serial number, biogeographical zones, biotic provinces, area occupied in percentage, and the biota. Number 1, the biogeographical zone is the Trans-Himalayas. It comprises mountain areas of Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, North Sikkim, and Lahore and Spiti of Himachal Pradesh. The area occupied is about 5.7%. The biota that is present, the flora, alpine steppe vegetation, and the fauna, richest wild sheep and goat community in the world, renowned for its quality wool, chiru, black-rocked crane, etc. Number 2, the biogeographical zone is Himalayas, where the entire mountain chain running from the western to the northeastern India. It occupies about 7.2%. The biota which is there includes the flora like the alpine forest, orchids, rhododendrons. The fauna, wild sheep, mountain goats, shrew, snow leopard, panda, etc. Number 3, the geographical area is the Indian desert. It is an extremely arid area west of the Aravalli hill range, comprising of the sand desert of Rajasthan, which is called the Thar desert, and the salt desert. The area occupied is about 6.9%. The biota is the thorn forest, deciduous forest, wild ash, which is very endemic there, Indian bustard, camel, foxes, snakes, etc. Number 4 is the semi-arid zones. The zones in between the desert and the Deccan Plateau, including the Aravalli hill range. It occupies about 15.6%. Thorn and deciduous forests, mangroves, nilgai, black buck, four-horned antelopes, sambar, chital, spotted deer, Asiatic lion, tiger, leopard, jackal are present in this area. Number 5 is the Western Ghats. The mountain ranges from Satpina in the south Gujarat to the southernmost tip of Kerala. It occupies about 4%. The biota includes the evergreen to dry deciduous forest, Nilgiri langur, Indian elephant, Nilgiri tahr, which is the state animal of Tamil Nadu, the grizzled squirrel, and lion-tailed macaque, which is very endemic to the Western Ghats. Number 6 is the Deccan Peninsula, which is the largest area that is occupied. It's about 43%, comprising of raised land bound by the Satpura range on the north and the Western Ghats on the west and the Eastern Ghats on the east. The biota, the deciduous forest, thorn forest, pockets of semi-evergreen forest, chital, sambar, sloth bear, bucking deer, nilgai, elephant, black buck, etc. When you take the Gangetic Plains, one of the most fertile region of India, which extends from the eastern Rajasthan through Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. It occupies about 11%. The biota includes the mangrove forest, dry deciduous forest, rhinoceros, elephant, buffalo, tiger, crocodile, swamp, deer, hog deer, etc. Number 8 is the Northeast India. The plains and the non-Himalayan hill ranges of northeastern India. This region represents the transition zone between the Indian, Indo-Malayan and the Indo-Chinese biogeographical regions. It is the meeting point of the Himalayan mountains and the peninsular India. The area occupied is about 5.2%. The biogeographical gateway for much of India's fauna and flora and also the biodiversity hotspot. Semi-evergreen forest, monsoon forests, swamps and grassland, Indian rhinoceros, golden langur, leopard, etc. Number 9 is the coastal region. The coastal line from Gujarat to Sundarbans with sandy beaches and mud flats, coral reefs and mangroves. It occupies about 2.5%. The biota are the mangroves, sponges, corals, crabs, turtles, tunas, ornamental fishes, etc. Number 10 is the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands is present in the Bay of Bengal. It is about 0.3%. The biota includes the evergreen forest, a wide diversity of corals, Narcondam hornbills, giant robber crab, turtle, wild boar, water monitor, South Andaman crate, etc. Here you can see in the image of India where the different areas have been marked. Trans-Himalayan region, the semi-arid area, the Gangetic plains, the desert, the northeast areas, the Deccan Peninsula, then the coastal areas, Western Ghats, and number 10 is the islands. These are the biogeographical regions of India in the map of India. So today in Biodiversity and its Conservation Part 2, we discussed about the importance of biodiversity global and India and the biogeographical regions of India. So thank you. Kindly subscribe, like, share and comment to channel Read MedPrep Academy. Register for UG and PG NEET type MCQs in our website www.readmedprepacademy.com. Our Facebook ID is Read MedPrep Academy. Our email is readmedprepacademy@gmail.com. Our Instagram is Read MedPrep Academy. To join Read MedPrep Academy, kindly WhatsApp the number given below. Post your questions in the comment box. We will reply with appropriate answers. Thank you very much.